Today, are the booms in Texas a cover-up for what's really going on in the Department of State, Department of Justice, and FBI? Hi, I'm Craig, and welcome to Just Informed Talk. First, I want to thank each and every one of my subscribers, like I do at the beginning of each one of these episodes. You guys are really the best, and you guys are what make this channel possible. Without you, it wouldn't be nearly what it is. So thank you. Go ahead, if you haven't yet, come here and click the big red subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications. That way, as soon as this information gets posted, you will be notified, because as soon as information becomes available to me, I make it available to you. Now, first thing we're going to cover here, and I hate that we have to cover this, but it's my last video. Okay, I have gotten so much flack in the comments about covering, just covering Alex Jones, and I never espoused one thing that I've been accused of by a lot of people in the comments. And what I'm talking about here is this clip. It was almost as if a lot of my subscribers were so angry that when they saw me read the Wikipedia page, they just automatically turned off the video, went to the comments, and wrote awful things about me, about my level of intelligence, about how wrong I am about Alex Jones, and so on and so forth, and basically saying, oh, I'm unsubscribing, I'm done with you, your channel's fake, da da da. Well, thank you. But if you actually watch the video, I know it's a longer video, but it's a 40-minute video. I point out this in the first 10 minutes and say it's fake, and that not him, but that Wikipedia is fake. And I point out the problem with having Wikipedia be cited on YouTube videos for this exact reason, because people will go to watch an episode of InfoWars and they'll have on the bottom a Wikipedia page that says that it's fake news and a conspiracy theorist. So I never said he didn't report on the truth. In fact, I made a point in the whole video to show you clips that I thought were important, proving what I thought to be the validity behind a lot of what Alex Jones covers, or at least my thought that he is honest in the regard that he is reporting what he believes. So you guys took that and took it a very wrong way. I mean, I have just an example here, hundreds of comments. I'm a troll. Why am I attacking Alex Jones? Alex Jones is my brother in Christ. Yeah, I agree. And they're talking all this stuff, calling me fake news, telling me I lost them. And then some people, actually who watch the video fully through say things like, I really respect the careful wording you have used in this video. Much respect for how you presented this material. But then a lot of people are just like this. I mean, watch the whole video, okay? Go back here if you're interested. It's right here. Watch the video in its entirety. Before you get on the comment board, start calling me awful names and threatening to unsubscribe and leave the channel and so on and so forth. I've spent all morning trying to respond to these comments, but at some point I just have to address it. So that's why I'm making this video, and also to go over the QAnon board with some stuff that people pointed out to me in the comments who weren't trying to just completely rip into me, try to rip me a new one before you even read or watch the whole content. And I did get a lot of flack from people who think Alex Jones is a shill and is crazy, but that's okay. Okay, I gave you what I thought, and yes, I have watched InfoWars, and yes, I think it's a pretty entertaining show. It's news in an entertaining fashion with a lot of insights that are very valuable. So I don't see anything wrong with that. If you guys have your own thoughts, please leave them in the comments. But maybe try watching the whole video before you unsubscribe or call me a troll or call me a shill. And then if you still feel that way, feel free. Thank you. I do like InfoWars. Here's just their landing page. It's, go check it out. I'll give them the free shout out here. But okay, now What we're going to talk about here is this. So here we have an article about another bombing in Texas where a package that was en route to Austin going through a processing facility for FedEx here actually exploded in the warehouse. Now, thankfully there were no deaths reported, some minor injuries, but thoughts and prayers go out to everyone who has been affected by what has been this scourge of bombings across Texas. Ultimately, there is so much speculation that we have to continue to piece together what's happening here. But I want to talk about this and how it relates to the Q post with regard to what I mentioned in the last video. If you guys watched it all the way through, I thank you. And I thank you again, all the commenters who gave good, thoughtful comments and even pointed out, a lot of people even pointed out that the people who were yelling at me on the comment boards didn't watch the whole video, obviously. So that's certainly something to be noted, and a thank you again for you guys sticking with me and watching the full video and getting the full context of what I am saying. So how do the booms relate? Well, people have pointed out in the comments, and I think it's a pretty solid theory, that this could be a diversion. So imagine the booms are representing people being fired. It's representing Andrew McCabe being fired, and the storm that's about to follow that, and the possibility of sealed indictments making their way to the surface. And Hillary is taking an extended trip in India and claiming, but not really. I heard somebody say that Hillary has fractured her wrist and that has like prohibited her from traveling unless she's using the excuse that she has to go for another checkup in India because they have the best wrist doctors in the world. I'm not sure, but it says here on Fox News, they reported that the injury does not impact Clinton's ability to travel. So just want to throw that out there for all you guys who are watching this pretty closely. But what's going on is basically, if you imagine this, I'm going to lay this theory out. This is going to be a pretty quick video, and we're going to get out of here. But so if we lay this out like this, all right, you have the booms that come, he says next week, booms, right? Well, you already had this started, and it's not just starting here. It's been alluded to in previous few posts before that, where he says the booms are coming, giving us more booms here. And, if you look at it, it's like this. The deep state knew this was happening. I mean, they obviously are getting, they're good enough to understand that this is coming. And a lot of people in Washington are very aware too. So what they do is they start a I don't know. I'm not exposing to be a conspiracy theorist here, but or espousing to be to try to be conspiratorial, but this is definitely, when you look at the way these people work, they are underhanded, they're seedy, they're deceptive, and they use by any means necessary tactics. So imagine this, in anticipation of major announcements, and they're fighting to actually keep them from coming to light. They give us an easy out, and it's them, they don't mind usually sacrificing people for the greater good, as they put it. But so they do that. They get a crazy guy, they wind him up and put him on some drugs, and get him because these people are selected. The subjects, they're scouted, and a lot of this stuff, some, yes, it's random and it's horrible acts of violence that we should really be against and stand up against, but there are some who believe that the deep state has the ability to twist the minds of those through things like voice of God technology and radio waves that come through your cell phones and all that stuff. And I'm not telling you that that's true, but I'm saying a lot of people believe that. So if that were in fact true, then you could make you could draw out that these booms, it's a diversionary play, because the booms are referring to people like McCabe rolling over on Comey, indictments coming up for Hillary, Comey, and etc., and Podesta's, and that they just needed to get something going to create any kind of diversion from what's really going on, which is, it's funny, you don't see a lot reported on this on the mainstream, but, maybe they're just trying not to give an active fugitive the fodder to keep going by seeing his name or seeing his work plastered all over the news 24/7, which I'm kind of in favor of. But is this a diversionary tactic? And I'm just going to throw that out there and let you guys kind of chew on that and let me know what you think in the comments. And just for those of you who are wondering what a person like Eric Holder is thinking, this is him on March 18th, so 2 days ago. And now, you think they know something's coming? He says, I said about 8 months ago that the actions and integrity of the men and women at the DOJ FBI would be unfairly questioned. It's happening, and it will get worse. Be prepared, be strong. You have the support of millions committed to truth, justice, and defense of this nation. Well, the same could be said for Donald Trump and the deep state going after him, Mr. Holder. And if you think that being committed to the truth is things like brainwashing society as a whole into gun control, those are the kind of ideas you espouse, and those are the kind of falsehoods that you promote. So why don't you take a deeper look in the mirror and see exactly where you're coming from and how it is ultimately going to lead to a detriment in our country, not contributing to the process of making America great again, sir. So I'm just going to throw that out there for him. Another guy, James Comey, 3 days ago, talking about his book, directly talking to the president, saying, Mr. President, the American people will hear my story very soon, and they can judge for themselves who is honorable, who is not. Well, I don't need to read your book to be able to make that judgment, but I may just read your book to see, as I said before, how many lies you can fit in a few hundred pages. So here's his book, what it's looked like, where it's coming out. So good for this guy. He's probably going to just keep digging his own metaphorical grave here and political grave if he just keeps making these false accusations about how he is truly honorable compared to the rest. And while you're on Twitter, if you're looking up stuff, come check out my page here. Thank you to each and every one of you who have become followers. I really, really appreciate that. But that's my theory on Q. By the way, it's at Justin_formed. Really picking up there, and that's really great. But on Q and this boom thing, we're looking at a show right now that's unfolding, and I'm just hearing more and more about the McCabe corruption, about how what he was involved in, what he knew, what Comey knew, when they all knew it, and how they were all working together. McCabe struck and Lisa Page to actually effectively subvert the commander-in-chief's duly elected administration. So it's really impressive, the scale on which the deception is being put on the American people, and the mainstream media is fighting tooth and nail to shut down channels like this one and others that just continually report the truth about what's going on. So I appreciate every one of you coming here and leaving your comments. As I always say, we have our own QAnon research board at the end of each of these episodes. It's in the comments, so go down. If you're wondering, go read those, and you'll find out a lot more about Q, and there's going to be so much intellectual discussion. And please, guys, stop, if you would, and watch the full videos before you make a comment. That way we can be on the same page, because it's frustrating to have a bunch of great people who I really respect and like tell me that, I hate, or to put words in my mouth, and then tell me they're unsubscribing, and then tell me I'm a shill and a troll. It's like, it's frustrating, but I understand. You guys saw that little clip here where, I'm talking about Alex Jones on the Wikipedia page, and not listening to anything I say from there forward, just saw red. You got angry, you stopped the video, you went down and you said a comment. That's fine. I can forgive everyone. But if you don't want to stay and you think the whole video you don't even want, it's not worth your time, then you know you're not worth the time for me either, because if you're not going to watch my full content and get my full take and analysis, then that's just your choice. And thanks for joining me up to this point. But I think most of you will want to stay and be a part of the channel, because collectively all we can do is continue to research this information together, and that's what's going to make us the most successful. So that's going to be pretty much it for today. I want to thank everyone for watching. If you haven't and you're feeling so inclined, come here to the landing page, click the big red subscribe button, make sure you hit the bell for notifications. That's the easiest way you can help, because it's completely free and it's like throwing me a buck. I really appreciate it. And also, another way to contribute, like I just went over, is to go down in the comments and let me know what you think, because you guys are really what this whole channel is about. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please let me know if I'm being too harsh on people who just have been destroying me or not. But it's fine, because it's just it doesn't even upset me as much as it makes me want you to watch the whole video so that you can know for yourself. But I'm gonna leave it there, because I'm pretty much at a point with this subject that I want to make it crystal clear that in that video, the last video about Alex Jones, I did not say derogatory things about him, and I am not a troll or a shill against that. And for those of you who think he's out there and some CIA plant and a disinformationist, fine, okay, you're entitled to your opinion too. When does having an opinion make you evil? I mean, unless your opinion is something that is evil. I tried to bring that to you objectively, so that the main reason I made that video, and I'm just gonna harp on this for a second. Sorry if you guys think I'm rambling. The main reason I made that video was because I wanted to draw people in who watch this channel to think critically about who Alex Jones is and possibly go check out his channel, right? So if you look at it from that context, obviously I'm not trying to do anything besides that. So thanks for joining me on through this. And that's the way you can support. Go down and make a comment. Another way you can support, come over here to patreon.com/JustinFormTalk. And also you can go to patreon.com and search JustinFormTalk, and it'll bring you here to this landing page. Click the red button to become a patron. Thank you for all your contributions. We're almost at my goal of 100. You can check out my goal and rewards. You can earn an email correspondence with me, and you can have a chance to become a featured Patreon patron. Yeah, so come check it out, and you'll be able to read all about that. But once we get to 100 patrons, I'll make a video where I thank each and every one of you. I'm going to make this very clear again to those who have contributed. Please message me if you don't want your name messaged, because if you don't, then it will get mentioned in the 100 patron video that I will make. So I'm going to leave that there. Thank you all again in advance for coming here and checking out this page. Now, what I'm going to talk about, I think, is really important, as I do every episode, is take some time to talk about God here at the end, because he is the most important thing. And this morning when I got up and I looked at the comment boards, I was really discouraged. I felt I had done a disservice to my viewers. I felt like their misunderstanding was somehow my fault. And I went and I reviewed the video and I prayed on it, and I thought about what I said, and I came to the conclusion that I have to be understanding and open to other people who, like I said, maybe just got really angry when they heard that, and they wanted to vent their anger. And I understand that. And as Christians, sometimes we have to be understanding with those who need to vent their anger and need to get their built up tension out. And, I'm not going to say that it was enjoyable or is enjoyable to be trolled and to be told you're a troll and to be cursed at and to be called names, because that's not usually how these videos go. But it just made me believe in God all that more, because God is good. And the moment I prayed, I had this clarity that, it's everything here is temporary. And think about the sacrifices that were made by um, God and Jesus Christ and how he died on the cross for our sins. And that is what you need to take away, not the hatred, not the anger. So I'm going to leave it there. I want to thank you all for watching. As always, I'll pray for all you guys. Thank you in advance for coming here and clicking the big red subscribe button and joining the channel. Again, for all of you who unsubscribed, if you're watching this video, we welcome you back. And please watch the full video and let me know what you think down now at the bottom there. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. I'm Craig. This is Just Informed Talk. Godspeed and God bless, Patriots.